In this video, I'm going to show you how to soundproof this bedroom separating party wall. Here we have a 3-bed semi-detached house, and this bedroom wall needs soundproofing. Hearing clear conversation, they can make out words, they can hear music, they're disturbed by the TV down below in the neighbours' dining room down below. The noise is coming up at an angle and disturbing our homeowner when they're trying to sleep in this bedroom. So what do we need to do to soundproof this room? In this video, I'm going to show you how to treat the direct noise path of the separating party wall. But please understand, there is a lot more that needs to be done to soundproof this room, and soundproofing this direct noise path of the separating party wall is only a small part of this soundproofing installation. If you want to know how to exactly soundproof this wall, stay to the end of the video. Okay, so let's get stuck into soundproofing this wall. First of all, remove the soundproofing attempt. There's very few walls now that we soundproof where someone hasn't done a soundproofing attempt. So first of all, remove your soundproofing attempt, but please understand you don't have to take it back to brickwork. You can go over the top of a sand and cement render, but you cannot go over the top of a dot and dab plasterboard wall or any hollow voids. So make sure what you're applying this soundproofing, what I'm about to show you, make sure you don't apply it to any hollow voids. Break up any holes in the structure, and there is always holes in the structure. We find holes on about 75% of the properties we attend, even the new build properties. Once you've got a nice clean surface to work with, you want to pull open the floor so to reveal the joists, whether that's the joist running parallel or the joist running into the separating party wall, and you want to cut open the ceiling to reveal the ceiling joists, whether that's the joist running parallel or the joist running into the separating party wall. For this project that I'm going to show you here, it is joist running into the separating party wall for both the ceiling and the floor, which is generally one of the most hardest soundproofing installs. So we're going to show you what we do. First of all, start applying the rubber to the wall. Now, you don't have to use this 20mm rubber. You can use a viscoelastic membrane such as a Texan. You can use a mass loaded vinyl, but you need to sound deaden the wall. If you are hearing noise from neighbours such as music, TV, conversation, your wall is resonating. It's like a ringing drum cymbal, and you need to put your hand on it. You need to sound deaden it, and the only way to sound deaden it is by putting one of these materials to it. Now, this is a thing that a lot of material suppliers and a lot of people just haven't grasped yet. You need to sound deaden that wall. If you just put some stud frame or some clip or channel system in front of that wall or on that wall without sound deadening it, it will continue to ring like a ringing drum cymbal. And you can put whatever you want in front of that wall, but you're highly likely to channel that noise into one of those other areas, maybe the hollow floor void or the hollow ceiling void. So make sure you sound deaden the wall first. Now, depending on your noise problem or your space loss or your budget will determine now what you put on the wall after you've sound deadened it. For this particular project, some of the noises that's coming through is very, very clear, and we're going to go for a 175mm system installed to the direct noise path of the party wall. Basically, we're going to give them the soundproofing of a detached house. They're not going to hear the noise through this wall. So the next step is to install a floating frame. Now, this is not a traditional stud frame. This has a 25mm air gap all the way around, and you see it's not connected to the flanking areas. Now, this is something you can do at home. If you put your finger in one ear and put your ear against this flanking wall, for this case it's the wall separating the front and back bedroom, or maybe this window wall is also a flanking wall. Put your finger on your ear and put your ear against this flanking wall here. And what you'll find is about a foot from the wall, you will hear what you hear on the direct noise path. The noise will be the same about a foot from the wall that it is on the separating party wall. So if you install a traditional stud frame where the upright stud is connected to the flanking wall, let's find another one. Here's another one. The upright stud is connected to that flanking wall section there, or the top plate's connected to the ceiling, the bottom plate's connected to the floor. What you've just done there is you've injected the noise from that flanking wall, which, remember, the noise right by that window wall, right by this flanking wall, is the same as it is on the separating party wall. You might as well have just connected the frame to the separating party wall, because you've just injected all of the noise from the structure into that frame. So this frame isolated all the way around. And remember, if you're interested in learning how to build a floating frame like this or install any of the layers I'm about to show you in this video, then wait to the end and I'll show you exactly how you can learn how to do that. Okay, so remember, this frame is isolated from the structure. It's a 25mm air gap off of the wall that we've already sound deadened with this, in this case, a 20mm rubber. Notice how you don't need noggins and it is not connected to those flanking walls. Next, insulate that frame, and unlike other videos you've seen on YouTube, you need to completely insulate the frame. Rockwool forces the sound to change direction. It's a great product. It's A1 non-combusting. In this case, we've used an RW3 Rockwool. So fill the frame, insulate in the floor void, and insulate up into the ceiling too. Next, install a mass-loaded vinyl, and again, you don't have to use this rubber. What we've used here is a mass-loaded vinyl. It's one of those magic combinations that you use a mass-loaded vinyl after a Rockwool. It's something that we've been using for the last 15 years. Some of the American guys have cottoned onto this now, but it is an awesome combination for soundproofing, especially airborne noise. All the materials that I've shown you so far can be ordered and collected from your local builder's merchant. Next, install resilient bars. Notice how the resilient bars are decoupled from the wall still, and they drop down from the top plate and the bottom plate. They're connected to the upright studs. You'll now find that the frame starts to feel a bit more solid. And please note, if you are planning to install some sort of clip or channel system to upgrade these resilient bars, it won't work with the floating frame. The frame will move too much. These resilient bars actually give the frame a bit of rigidity. And the bars are positioned for 2 layers of 15mm sound block board that we have to install. Always install 2 layers of board to your resilient bars or clip or channel system. Make sure you tuck that 15mm sound block board down, isolating it from the joist. You see there's a 4mm packer there. So all the board is isolated from the joist, but it's tucked down. Tucking it down to the floor down below. So when you come to do the living room or dining room downstairs, you can join the system up if you choose. The reason we cut open the ceiling is so we could also tuck the system up. You can see what it looks like from the loft. Here you can see the wall system being tucked up through the loft, and then we've insulated the loft. To soundproof this room, to get the soundproofing of a detached house, there is a lot more to it than just soundproofing that separating party wall. The separating party wall is only a small part of this soundproofing renovation. You do need to take consideration those flanking areas, noise coming from all those different noise paths, and you then need to take into account the fixtures and fittings. How's that radiator going to be fixed to the wall without compromising the wall? Making sure the skirting is isolated from the floor. Making sure all the electrical's done in a way that doesn't compromise the soundproofing. This wall, we just happen to have no electrical, but you can't just cut a great big hole in the wall for a socket. Now, after doing thousands of soundproofing installations, reducing noise for thousands of homeowners across the UK, and evaluating all of those projects with our real-time updates, we've put together an amazing course for DIYers looking to soundproof their own home, with over 75 videos showing you exactly how to soundproof the different areas of your home. We go into detail on the different wall systems you can apply to the direct noise path, the different wall systems you can install to that window wall, that flanking wall, that stud wall. We show you how to tuck it up, how to tuck it down. We show you how to treat those chimney stacks, those fire backs, the importance of doing the different ceilings. It's a mixture between practical and theory, It's something you can put on your phone and your iPad whilst you carry out the installation yourself. You can do it in your own time. It's an online course, whether you have stairwell walls or chimney stacks. This course shows you everything you need to soundproof your semi-detached or terrace property. So if you're interested in learning exactly how to install these materials, these products to your separating party wall, as well as all the other areas, all those other noise paths where noise is getting into your home, then this course is definitely for you. It's broken down into easy step-by-step lessons. There's 4 lessons on how to install that rubber. Soundproofing a room like I've shown you there is not something you can just do over the weekend. Those wall systems are not just installed in a day. Then we go into the fixtures and fittings module. We show you how to install sockets, how to do sound absorption, doors, fit skirting, extend door linings. We show you how to install radiator brackets, TV brackets. You see, when I soundproofed my own home, I had certain building beliefs on the way that things should fit together. And it wasn't until I changed those building beliefs that I was able to soundproof my own home, to get that soundproofing of a detached house. We're all shown the traditional way to build a stud frame. We're all shown the way you install a ceiling first and then do the walls. But it's not until you change those, not just those, but your other building beliefs, that you will really understand the way that noise is getting into your room and really get a good reduction in noise. If you're a DIYer, builder or in the trade looking to soundproof your own home, this course is going to save you thousands of pounds. It's going to save you so much time in scrolling through YouTube videos. It's going to give you the concepts and recipes and show you exactly how to soundproof your home to get that soundproofing of a detached house. The first step to reducing the noise for you and your family is to click the link down below and register for the next intake of the noise-free DIY soundproofing course.